Some of you may find the phrase new year, new me very outdated. But this time of the year, the first month of the year, is a very good time to reflect back on the last year and to see what changes we need to incorporate in the coming year to become even more successful and to make sure that this year is more enriching and more fulfilling as compared to the last year. I am Shagun Agarwal, and in this video, I am going to share with you 10 habits that you can incorporate in your daily life in the year 2023 to become more successful in this year. Whether you're trying to break an old habit or just want to keep the momentum on as compared to the last year, these 10 habits will really help you take your life to another level. Be it starting a new practice, breaking an unhealthy habit, picking up a new interest, revamping your daily routine, or making any number of other life enhancing adjustments. You can set yourself up for success by doing these 10 things on an everyday basis in 2023. These are very small habits, small changes that you can make in your life, but the effects are going to be long term. So let's get started with the first one. The first habit that you need to incorporate in your daily life is start writing your goals. People who have goals in life are 10x times more successful than people who do not have goals. But the important thing to understand here is that it is not just important to create the goals, it is also extremely important to write them down using a pen and a paper. People who write down their goals are 3 times more successful than people who do not write their goals. And also make sure that you remember these 5 things about goals. Goals need to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. The last factor, which is the time bound, is extremely important. Suppose you have a goal of walking 10,000 steps every single day for the next 5 days. So, those next 5 days are very important because a goal becomes a goal when it is time bound, when it is reasonable, when it is realistic. Realistic means it has to work for you and for you. It might not work for someone else, and it should be attainable and very specific. So, when I say 10,000 steps, I am making the goal specific. The second action that you need to take to become successful in 2023 is do not tell people about your goals. There was a research in the past which said that people who tell their goals are not as successful as people who do not tell their goals. What is the reason behind it? The reason is that when we tell our goals to someone, our brain assumes that we have already achieved that goal. And that reduces our motivation level, that reduces our hard work towards that goal. And bottom line, successful people always work in silence. Let your success speak. Let not other people know about your goals. If you have watched my past videos, you will see how much I stress upon the importance of solitude. Once or twice a week, do something just by being your own self, in your own company, without any human interaction and without any technology interruption. Be it taking a long walk across the woods, or be it going for a dinner, going for a movie, but once a week, do an activity that just involves you, that there is no interruption from any human being or technology. People who are more successful tend to spend time alone, some time of your day alone, some time of your week alone, or some time of your month alone. People who are comfortable being in their own company are very comfortable leaving toxic relationships and are mentally more strong. And this has been proven by research time and again. There is always a saying, prepare a night before so you are more prepared for the day after. When you prepare your to do list the night before, it sends signals to your brain, to your subconscious mind, as to the task that need to be done on the very next day. And as soon as you wake up in the morning, your brain starts giving signals to you. These are the things that need to be done. This is the time that needs to be allotted. And then you automatically start planning on how to accomplish those tasks. So be well prepared and be well prepared the night before so you can start working on those to do list from the next morning itself. A lot of the things that humans want to achieve in their life are not able to because they keep constantly thinking as to what others are thinking about it. They always fear being judged by others, being questioned by others, and because of that opinion and that judgmental eyes, they are never able to accomplish what they want to in their life. So, the bottom line is, do not think what others are thinking about you, because that becomes a huge blockage towards your success. And the fact that we feel that others are thinking about us, but in reality, they are not doing as much. So, why should we care what others are thinking? The sixth important habit that you need to incorporate in your daily life in 2013 is very simple, but that is a great mood enhancer, and that is listening to music. A habit that we really underestimate, but that improves our mood, that makes our everyday life experiences more enjoyable. The seventh habit is extremely, extremely important. And I myself have tried that number of times, failed number of times, but still trying to work on it even today. The seventh habit is, do not check your phone the first hour after waking up. The reason is because when we check our phone, it has emails, messages, notifications, images, photos, videos, what not. But remember, these are other people's agendas. These are not your priorities. This is not something you have to do in your day. That is something people want to take your attention towards. But that is something which is distracting you from your day, distracting you from what you need to do on that very day, distracting you from your to do task, distracting you from your goals, from your priorities. The morning time is a very crucial time of the day. That time has to be devoted to your state of thinking, to your priorities, to your to do task, to your health, to your thought process. But as soon as we open our phone, we get distracted by other people's notification, and that totally deviates us from what we have to do that day. And this has become such an important problem in our life because we are so used to phone as soon as we wake up. It's a very difficult habit to incorporate in your life. Try it on for 21 days and see how it goes for you. The eighth habit that you need to incorporate is the 3-3-3 plan. There is research behind it, and this research says that the 3 hours of your 24 hours in a day needs to be assigned to the three most important tasks. The three most important tasks that you need to assign a day before on your to do list for the next day. Those 3 hours have to be only for those three important tasks, followed by three shorter tasks, and followed by three maintenance tasks like checking your email, calling a friend, or something else, setting up a meeting. Everyone gets 24 hours. We all know that fact. How much ever we hate this fact, it is something that we have to accept. No one gets more than 24 hours, no one gets less than 24 hours. But what different do successful people do is that they block their time and keep it for the very important task. And at that blockage of time, their energy levels are at the highest. And why am I talking about energy level? Because the time that we have in a day is limited. But what we can manage is our energy. We cannot manage time. We cannot create time. We cannot increase time. We cannot reduce the time. So, what we have to do is manage our energy. Now, every human being has different energy levels at different times of the day. Some people are very good at working during the nights. Some people are early morning risers, and that's when their motivation level, their energy level is at the peak. That's when you need to focus on your most important task. That's the most productive time of your day, which needs to be blocked for all the important tasks you have to do. So, the most important thing is to know that which time of the day you are the most productive, the most active, the more energetic, and then make sure that that block of time is not distracted, is uninterrupted, and that's when you're the most focused and focusing on the most important task of your day. During the course of our day, you will see that there are a few tasks which are the priority tasks, and a few tasks which are the non priority tasks, and those tasks can be deferred up to a later time. But when we start saying yes to the non priority task, what gets delayed? The priority task. So we have to remember that no has to be told to the non priority task and yes has to be told to the priority task. And this will automatically happen when you are saying no to the non priority task. Something that is not important, something that can be taken care of later on. For example, if a friend calls you and you have something important to do, something, a priority task to take care of, what do you do? Do you just go out with the friend and leave your task? No. What you do? You say a no. So, learning to say no in life is very important. Make no as your default, as your mantra, because most of the things that you say no to will not be important, can be deferred onto a later time in life. So, make no your default and say yes to your priority task. These are the 10 habits that I researched on, and I felt that these could be simply accomplished in your everyday life, simply implemented in your everyday life, so you can take your life all to the next level in the year 2023. These 10 habits are very small changes that you can make in your everyday life, but I assure you that it's going to have a very high long term impact on your career life, on your happiness level, productivity level, and confidence level. Please do subscribe to my channel if you would like to see such more videos. Let's make small changes in our life that can have a bigger impact over time.